Good evening, seniors. I hope you're having a wonderful week, and I hope everything's going well with school. This video is going to be relatively short again. Essentially, this week, all you have to do is that first, you will submit a plan for your Phase 1. If you refer to the handouts we gave out during fall kickoff, you'll see that on the third handout, there's a section where it describes to you how to write a plan for these projects. So you'll refer to that, and then you'll write a plan for just Phase 1, so just your first project. A couple things to keep in mind is that number one, remember that this project is the one with the shortest amount of time allowed, because it's a relatively short period between Phase 1 and Phase 2. And then also that you may have limited resources to some equipment. So if you're thinking about doing photography or video production, just think about that in the availability of resources. So this Sunday you will turn in your Phase 1 plan, so that the following week Eddie and I can look at those quickly, and we can get them approved as soon as possible, so that you can start to work on them, so that they're due in a couple weeks. After that, you have to do your weekly quiz. Again, it's just a couple questions where we're asking if you have any other questions concerning either your portfolio, if you haven't completed it, or your Phase 1 plan. Next, I mentioned in past videos that it was optional to reach out to your instructor. I'm making it a requirement this time. I want every single one of you to reach out to either Eddie and I, whichever your group instructor is, just to touch base on where you're at and how the workload is looking for you, so that if we can help in any way, we can do that. So, just for a quick overview, if you head to the Senior Capstone page, yours will probably look a little different than mine, but you'll see that there's this Week 4 module. There's a page for the video, which you're watching right now. There's a presentation of the slides that I use, and then here is the activity prompt for the submission of your Phase 1 plan. There will usually be a submit button around this area, and essentially it's telling you just to complete the steps that I just told you. One thing also is that for the description of your project, you should be as descriptive and thorough as possible. Try to be around a paragraph, so 5 to 6 sentences long, so that we have a full, clear picture of what you want to do. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You submit that, and then you will just complete the quiz like every other week. So going back to these slides, does anybody have any questions? Yes,
you say reach out to your instructor. What way and when can we reach out to you?
So, as far as I go, I created group meets with the group that was assigned to me. So if you're in my group me, you can just text me on that group me or direct message me, whichever you prefer. And as far as when, I'm pretty much available all week. Something to keep in mind though is that if I don't respond right away, is because I'm probably doing something school related, because I'm a student too. So I will try to respond to you as quickly as possible.
Can you answer that question too?
Yes.
Do you want to just go up there?
Sure. All right. Hello, students. For my group, what I will have you do is, if you just want to reach out to me via email, you can reach out to me via my Whisk email. You can also reach out to me via my Gmail. They all get sent to my phone. So if you reach out to me that way, I will get back to you definitely within 24 hours right away as soon as I see it. So.
Do you want to stay up for other questions?
Sure.
You had a question though.
Yeah, I did have a question. What if a student, say, has misplaced or doesn't remember where they had their files from fall kickoff, like the pieces of paper?
Yeah, so if you have misplaced those handouts that we gave you, they're under the Week 1 module on Canvas, so you can easily access those. You can either just look at them online on your computer, or you can print them out if you feel like it necessary.
So I have a question. I believe, now correct me if I'm wrong, when we see when you see us at fall cohort, we're going to be presenting our phase 1 projects, and they'll be complete at that time, and also our portfolio.
Correct.
Is that correct?
That is correct. At fall cohort, you will be presenting your phase 1 project as well as your portfolio. And that way we can see as a class together the accomplishment that you have made, and as well as give you feedback so that we can further along in the process just make it better and better every week.
So my question is, I want to use this week to actually work on my phase 1 project, but I'm having to make the phase 1 plan. So can I start working on my project, and why do I have to do the plan?
Yes, so you can definitely start working on that project. We're going to try to, once you turn in your plan, we're trying to respond as quickly as possible. So just in case your plan does not fit our requirement, you probably won't be too far ahead in your project, so you can always just start over. And we want you to submit a plan so that we know what you're doing and we know why you're doing it, just to have a clear idea of the direction you're heading and you're not just lost in the process.
Okay. So my last question is, if I have the materials, like I have a camera and I want to go make a video, can I just use my own camera, or do I have to use TTI's cameras?
I can answer that one. So yeah, if you do have your own recording media and device and you want to do that for your phase 1 plan, there's 2 things to keep in mind. One, just make sure that whatever projects you're doing, phase 1 should be something that's relatively easy and not time consuming, and your projects are going to be ramping. So after phase 1, phase 2 should be a higher level of difficulty, and phase 3 after that. So make sure that whatever it is that you are doing, it's not the biggest project first and then everything else is coasting. So that's the first point. The second point is that's another reason why we have you write the plan, and make sure to include all that information in the plan and mention that you do have the materials that you need to finish that.
One more question. In my portfolio, I put a graphic design project because I thought that would be my phase 1, but I changed my mind. Do I have to update my portfolio with another old project so that shows that that's my intention for phase 1?
Yes, you would have to update your portfolio to match whatever plan you're going with forward.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good one, seniors, and I'll see you next week.